Okay, so I'm getting my implants taken out tomorrow. I first got them in peak COVID. It was June of 2020, and I was 22 years old. I'm now 25, and getting them removed a lot sooner than I had expected. I wanted to make this video, like, for women and also, like, for myself to look back on to see how things have changed, if I feel differently in the future and whatnot. But I just wanted to talk about some things that I wish I had known before getting them done, and talk about the things that I'm excited about after tomorrow. I would say the biggest thing that changed for me was my style and trying to figure out how to dress. My entire life, I was really flat-chested. I've always had the body type of, like, bigger legs, and I was smaller on top. And I knew what looked good on me. I had my favorite pieces, my favorite styles, and I was really comfortable in that. And then going on the completely opposite end of being, like, having a larger chest, and I was so confused on what looked good on me. I think even now, 3 years later, I still don't know how to dress for this body. Like, I am so confused. I don't know what looks good. And that was really, really hard for me. I would say the second thing, and this is almost like tied with number one, was how much I would feel like I feel so much larger as a person. I was under the impression that implants would, like, balance out my proportions. And I think a lot of people say that, of like, oh, it'll make you look more balanced if you're larger on the bottom and smaller on top. And in a sense, that's true. But at the same time, it just made me feel so much bigger. And even now, like, when I wear normal things, like if I wear an oversized t-shirt or even, like, just in pajamas, I just feel so big. And it was really uncomfortable for me, and continues to be uncomfortable for me. I don't feel like these, like, are a part of myself. So it's this weight that almost feels foreign. And that's something that I wish I had considered. Like, it really messed with my body image. And I don't think I was prepared for that. I thought it would make me feel a lot better about my body, and it just didn't. The other thing that was a challenge was getting used to working out again after. I have always been really active, like, very into working out. And after getting implants, it's really hard for me to do any sort of jumping or running. Things like high impact has been a challenge. And that's something that I didn't really consider. I was like, oh, they're under the muscle, it'll be fine. And it is. It's probably just in my head, but it's something that's felt really limiting for me. And I can't wait to, like, get them taken out and just feel like myself again, and feel like I can kind of do whatever I want. So those are the things that I wish I had really thought about more and considered. I know it's really trendy to get implants now. It's also trendy to get them taken out. I'm so not, like, anti-plastic surgery. I'm so pro do whatever you want, like, couldn't care less. But just as a young girl, like, young woman, I just thought I knew everything about what it would do for me, and it was almost like the exact opposite. So I wish I just considered it more. In terms of breast implant illness, I know that's, like, another hot topic. I don't think I really had any symptoms. I've only had them for 3 years, and some people's don't show up for, like, 8 or 10. I just didn't want to get to that point. I've had autoimmune issues in the past, and I didn't want them to get worse over time. And I also don't think that having them in the first place has made them any better. Thinking about the fact that these aren't lifetime devices, like, you do have to get them replaced every 10, 12, 15 years. That's just a huge commitment, and one that I didn't consider fully before my surgery. It's really hard to, like, wrap your head around that at 22 when you're just so excited to, like, have big boobs. And it's something that I really didn't think about. And now, as I think about, like, having kids in the future and doing all these things, knowing that I would have to almost interrupt different periods to get this surgery again and get new implants, it's so not, like, what I want to be doing and what I want to be spending my time on. And I'm really, really excited to just, like, feel like myself again and to be able to dress normally again. It's been a very expensive lesson, obviously. But I'm really grateful that, like, I can take them out. So I'm excited to see how I feel. I know some people say, like, Lauren Bostic, I listened to her podcast about it. I was obsessed, and immediately I was like, I'm taking them out. And she talked about having so much more energy, like the whites of her eyes being brighter, her skin being brighter. So I'm excited to see if any of those things happen for me. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll see how tomorrow goes.